Hello, lovely writers, and welcome to this week's Writerly Wednesday. It's going to be slightly different today. I'm not going to give you hyper practical tools, but I want to talk about something that came up for me that was a recognition. What is the most important quality or characteristic of the best writers, past, present, and future? It's being a keen observer. And I think that may not be a surprise to a lot of you. Of course, it feels like, oh yes, a good writer is quiet and eavesdrops or overhears, or they're really good at watching the external dynamics of different things. And that is absolutely true. But what I'm going to talk about a little bit today is actually the real observing. And I talk about this with a lot of my writers one-on-one and those in my membership. And that is being a keen observer of what's happening in here, right? There's a lot of stuff going around about who can tell which story. Absolutely valid. Own voices and own stories is really, really important. But it leaves some people who are maybe really highly represented in the world feeling like, well, then what can I talk about? Here's the thing. You can talk about, you can write about the thing that you've always been most empowered to write about, which is your experience. Because truthfully, that's kind of the only experience you can write from. But too often, we live in a really externalized world, and it comes down to thoughts that I just have to observe what other people are doing. And it's true, that's a really, really good skill. But the books that shake us to the core or make us think or really connect are those that are reflective of someone who is actually been a keen observer of themselves. The truth is, when they're writing it, they may still be in process. You may still be in process. So if you are stuck in your writing, this may be the biggest key to getting you unstuck. And I'll warn you, it's probably the scariest, but it is the most important, because truthfully, that's what we as readers are looking for, is for that connection to your experience, to your emotions, to your highs and more specifically lows, to show us that we're not alone. And if you are coming from that place of vulnerability and courage and actually expressing what you felt inside, that's going to make a compelling read, rather than just telling me what's going on outside. Does that make sense? Hopefully this hits you at exactly the right time. I just got overwhelmed to share this little tidbit. So have a think with your current project, or with a manuscript that you've laid down to rest for a little while before you go to edit it. How observant were you of your own feelings that you had inevitably transferred to your characters? How much have you been observing what's happening inside of you? Because I tell you, there's a direct correlation between what's happened to you, what's happening to you, and how aligned, sincere, and evocative your writing will be. 100%. So have a think about it. Right? Tell me, have I challenged you? Is this an aha or an oh yeah for you? Please feel free to leave a comment. If you have something you want me to address in a future episode of Writerly Wednesdays, please feel free to put it in the comments. Find me on Facebook and send me a private message, or even email me, anjanette@storyaslife.com. Until next time, I hope you are prioritizing your writing, you're enjoying your writing, and that you are observing yourself in your writing. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.